really super affordable housing. They had taken in the at-risk kids, foster families. Nice. You know what's better? She also gave seniors really affordable housing on the condition that they support the foster families. So the kids living there had what we all need, 2 generations looking after them. Kids who had been in really troubled, what I call sub-nuclear families, all of a sudden were living in an extended kinship network that was enriched by the life experience of elders. Many of these kids actually wound up to be really powerful caregivers for the elders as the elders experienced difficulty in their later years. That program is growing around the country. Generations of Hope, really good. There are efforts to integrate children and elders at school, in public schools, right in the school system, with the ideal of having an elder be part of every classroom. It leverages the value of that lived experience, changes the complexion of the classroom, and if you want to talk from a budget point of view, is far more affordable than hiring extra staff, adult staff, who are very nice, but limited. Let me jump for a minute to how elders are, well, can I give you one more? There's a movement, I know you know something about this here, co-housing, you guys know about this? This crowd should know about co-housing, yes? Yes. So senior co-housing is a very fast-growing part of this approach. And I want to tell you about an example of this in Japan. There's a place in Japan where they built a village around a group of elders. These are elders living who need supportive housing. And then they built the village around the elders. And in the Japanese language, the phrase bochi bochi means slow life or slow living. And there's a great deal of concern in contemporary Japan that the society is moving too fast. So they actually developed a village where the elders were put at the center of it. And the idea is the elders are there to teach the people, the adults and children, how to live slow. Now think about that from our point of view. We in a typical nursing home, want to speed the elders up. And we want them to live at our speed. And if they can't live at our speed, we define them as defective. And here was an example of how they slow things down. Now, are there architects in the audience? Yeah. Here's a fascinating feature. In the design of the community, they deliberately created inefficiency and inconvenience. Inconvenience was designed into the community, and they have a website you can go to. I have a friend who speaks Japanese, and she's taken me through it, but they show you how they made things less convenient. Why? Convenience destroys relationships. The more convenient you make something, the less of a relationship you develop. Let's think of examples. Again, this crowd remembers going to the bank before the ATM. Hi, Betty, how are you? You still got your little slip. How's Fred? You do your banking. Now it's much more convenient. Who could deny it? Incredibly more convenient. Less relationship. McDonald's drive-through. More convenient, less relationship. Okay? I mean, even to the point you've seen, self-scanning checkout at the grocery store. You can go into the store, do all of your shopping, check out, and never speak to another person. My point is not that convenience is bad, because there's a lot of things I like about convenience. It's that when you design things with the convenience being a top priority, you're automatically ensuring that relationships will suffer and be diminished. Following me?
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing I want to tell you about. Last thing I want to tell you about is something called the greenhouse. And I saved it for the end because I think you, given the nature of this conference and what you're after, this makes sense. Even though I love the elders, and I love the people who care for the elders, and I have enormous respect for the people who choose to work inside the nursing home system, wow, man. You've got to have some heart and soul and just towering compassion to go into a very broken system and try to make it work every day. I respect you and I applaud you. However, I am also a nursing home abolitionist. I want them all to go away. Now, what kind of job do I have? America has 16,000 nursing homes and 12,000 McDonald's restaurants. There's more nursing homes in America than McDonald's. America institutionalizes two groups of people. One are convicted criminals, 1.9 million. The other are frail elders, 1.7 million. Almost as many people go to bed at night in a nursing home as go to bed at night in a jail. The nursing home industry is well over $100 billion a year. And I mean, I'm in North Carolina, I could be in any other state, and I'm going to tell you, the nursing home industry has huge influence over the operations of the government. That's true in all 50 states. So, that's a big challenge to be an abolitionist. But to be an abolitionist means you have to present our culture and society with a real alternative that works and provides a radically different outcome. You can't just go around saying, close all the nursing homes. Then what? You have to say, there's a better way. Here's the better way. And this is where I'm tagging onto the talk from this morning and saying that to be a doctor, you can diagnose the problem, but you better have an effective prescription. So how do we cure the ill that's caused by nursing homes? We create an alternative. And that alternative, the one that I'm working on and spreading around the country, is called the greenhouse. 2 words. How do you remember this? A 1-word greenhouse grows plants. A 2-word greenhouse grows people. A greenhouse is a residence, a shared household for a small number of elders, about 10 elders. And they're supported in their daily life by a group of hands-on caregivers who actually are part of a new profession. The people who give hands-on care in a greenhouse are called shabazim. Now, that's the first time that word has been spoken in this theater. Shabazim. The word shabaz is an ancient Persian word that means royal falcon. It means the king's falcons. It means the best, strongest, fastest, most courageous, most far-seeing, most skillful of all falcons. The pluralization is Hebrew, I am. So singular shabaz, plural shabazim. Why did I give that name to this new character, this new type of work? Because it stops every conversation in its tracks and you have to explain what you mean. A shabaz has a duty to protect, sustain, and nurture the elders. Protect, sustain, and nurture the elders.